No. People. Joel Benjamin 528 here, aka Big Money Benjamin. Shit ain't changed. Gang. We up in here. We are up in here for real. Now, for some reason, the energy. Hold on, people. It's been a while. So let me start it off correct. Salute to the international audience. Salute to the domestic audience. Salute to all the entities that rock with me. Oh my gosh, the energy. Do y'all feel it? I feel something big coming. Is it because of this moon? What is it? What is going on right now? Hold on. What is this in the back of me? What is that? Is that a Morris star with the Morris flag over the United States? Really? Oh, okay. I see you. So what could that mean? Well, I need somebody to jump in to help me. Somebody. Could I get somebody, a friend from somewhere? Who could it be? Who could it be, people that could help me with this? Could y'all guess who? Who? Do y'all have any suggestions? Who should I bring on right now to help me with this? Please let me know. I see all y'all. I know y'all miss me. Gang. Salute to the international, domestic, and all those that rock with me once again, and the entities. Who could I bring, y'all? Who could I bring that could help me with this? Rose Gold said me. Okay, all right. I see you, Rose Gold. Who else? Who else y'all think I should bring on, people? Who should I bring on to help me with this? I'm seeing a bunch of answers. Oh, one of the people said Hannibal Bay. That's my man. You're going to hear some big things from him real soon. But I don't think Hannibal Bay. You know what? I got it. Damn, a lot of people saying Hannibal Bay. Okay, Dr. Hannibal Bay. I see y'all. But you know what? I guess y'all ain't see the thumbnail. But I got somebody that could help me. I got somebody. Let me bring him on now. Let me see if he could unmute his mic. Sir, can you help me, sir? Where are you, sir? Unmute your mic, sir.
Absolutely, my good man.
Damn!
Absolutely, my good man.
That's Brother Divine? Brother, is it you?
I think so. I think so.
That's a hologram. I put together a hologram, y'all. That ain't Divine.
They be doing that too.
That
They definitely
ain't
be putting them
Divine.
holograms out there.
You
I
a
might just be a hologram
hologram.
or a clone.
You a hologram, bro. How you been, Brother Divine?
Man, I've been alive and well, my good brother.
How's your events going, Brother Divine?
Well, I mean, the events is going strong. You know, we got a couple of new ones coming up. I appreciate you coming through and holding it down at my last event. You know
What
what I'm saying?
event was
When we
that,
had,
Divine?
that's when I had the pills through, red and blue pill came through to the shop. You know
Hold
what I'm
on,
saying?
wait. What? You sure that was me, bro? You sure it was me that was there?
Of course. There's only one Joel Benjamin 528, so of course I'm pretty sure that was you there.
Bro, from what I heard, I wasn't there because you ain't post me up, and I wasn't in the group pictures.
Let me tell you something, bro. There's a lot of people that will come up with all type of stuff because they don't see us, you know what I'm saying, posting and doing things how we used to do, but that don't mean anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially at that event too. Like I think you was holding. Not even I know you was holding down the table for me.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't even say no more. because it was an astral projection of myself where only you could see me and nobody else could have seen me, bro. That's what it was. Cause word out on the streets is I wasn't there for your biggest moment.
Bro, let me tell you something. As God is my witness, for any one of my biggest moments, you've always been there. I could say, I'm going to put it like that. Any one of my biggest moments, you definitely was there. You know what I'm saying? So whoever or how many people are out there saying anything different, they just don't know. And that's fine. Shit.
I guess I guess I just put a hologram together with you saying that, and it's gonna turn up where I'm gonna have to show pictures, and then I'm gonna Photoshop the pictures with myself up in there hugging you up like that's what I'm gonna have to do. This fake, y'all. This ain't Brother Divine, y'all. This fake.
It's
this
not
ain't
me,
real.
right? It's not
so
me.
what do you got coming up, sir?
Well, it's in the thumbnail. It's in the description. We got Taj Tarik Bey. And we have Dr. Hannibal Bay, who will be in the building, 547 Central Avenue, Newark, New Jersey. Those of y'all that don't know, I got a new shop, new spot, new everything. You know what I'm saying? And we rocking out. We going to have the big OGs in the house. You feel me? Taj Tarik Bey, Hannibal Bay. And they're going to be dropping that science, the original science. Not the science that been regurgitated back and forth from a lot of quote unquote Moors, who just really heard something and they didn't really do the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really do all of the research. So we got the originators for y'all. Feel me? We got the originators for y'all. Yeah.
So hold up. You telling me Taj Tarik Bey, Hannibal Bay, that's double trouble. You know what? It gotta be a live stream for that. Oh, there it is. Right there. Salute to the moderators, people. Salute to the moderators. That's salute to the moderators. So you see, there goes the link right there. So if the people can't come in, because for the people that's coming in, first off, Brother Divine, let's shout out Aquafit.
Of course. Blueberry Cafe,
Aquafit, Blueberry
and
Cafe,
Zucchini Bar. It's three. We got 3 vegan shops. Okay? 3 of them. All lined up right next to each other. You feel me? Straight entrepreneurship style. We're building an empire out here in New Jersey, Newark particularly. You feel me? We had different events. We got something called a metaphysical market that's done every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You feel me? If it's not on a Friday, definitely on a Saturday and Sunday. And we have different events. You know what I'm saying? We have different speakers. The last time we had the pills. This time we're going to have Taj Tarik Bey and Hannibal Bay. So next event we're going to have, who we having? Lloyd Strayhorn coming through.
Wait, are you going too far?
I know, right? I'm going hard.
Bro,
that's what we're supposed to
I got a question for you. How you could do all that and you broke though, bro? You understand? I called you broke. That's what I heard. I called you broke. So in my mind, you broke. How you able to do all that, Brother Divine?
Bro, let me tell you something. There's a lot of haters out there. There's a lot of non-well wishers out there. And at the end of the day, that's what that sound like. That sound like all that negative energy that's been spiraling around, especially between as far as what's going on between me and you and what we doing, what we up to. We told y'all a few years ago that we was gonna keep things under the radar and we was gonna start making moves. Right? And moves is being made. And that's plain and simple. So just because you don't hear about it, you don't see what's happening. Don't think that it's not happening. Right? So, and there's going to be people who come up with all types of I don't even theories. Let's keep it like that. They come up with all type of theories about what's going on, but they don't know what's going on. When we drop things, we show y'all. And when we do it big. So
Well,
hey.
Brother Divine, I'm grateful, thankful, bless the Most High God for all your success. I'm so happy for you.
Well,
But I think people need to get put under a hypnotic trance or something so they could get it. Who could we find to help us, Divine? Who could it be?
well, what I'm thinking, there's a lot of people who are already under a lot of hypnosis and they're under a lot of spells. And we actually need somebody to help break, you feel me, those things that's going on with people, things that we've been talking about for years and years. And of course, I think you already know the person, brother. Bring him on. Announce who we talking about.
Yo, people, gang, gang, gang. Let's welcome Hannibal Bay. Let's go. Gang,
Yes,
gang,
yes, yes,
gang.
yes, yes, yes.
Salute to the king. What's up, man?
Salam, healing to all. Thank you so much. It's been a few years, and you always invited me back. And definitely to your international and domestic fans and followers. Just send my greetings to you all. And definitely to brother Sage Joel and brother Divine. Thank you, brother Divine, for bringing me and my father up there. I always wanted to go back up there to North Jersey. A lot of Moorish Americans know how important Newark is. I'm going to bring a little Divine little sketch map of Sheepsbury. That's the original name we call New Jersey. Europeans incorporated and call it New Jersey. But we all know the history of Noble Drew Ali resurrecting the Moorish nation, us unconscious Asiatics who were here, the true indigenous people here, and he started the first temple in Newark, New Jersey. So for me to, finally get up in that area and to meet other Cherub Moors and, other Cherub Asiatics and, to just being, basking in y'all energy, it's going to be a blessing for me.
So, what made you want to talk about this topic? Maybe you could touch on the Asians that's been being attacked lately, because I've been saying it's like these people under hypnosis, MK Ultra, any of that. You want to get into it now, or you want to save it for the event? Could you please touch on anything? Go ahead. You got the floor, brother.
Yeah, it's funny you mention that because, again, these are some of the things I'm going to reveal to you, the actual 7 mass hypnotic laws that are being utilized. And once you're aware of it, you can be able to counter it. But that was something I was going through my mind because I'm like, this whole thing about, the Asians being attacked and noticing, the narrative, they're trying to promote it that it's us Asiatics that are doing it. But I like Professor Truth Black, if you don't mind me mentioning him. He did a very good piece breaking that down from his perspective, and it made a lot of sense. And me, and my 2 cents that I'm adding in, like you just said, I believe it is a mass dark hypnotic spell to try to how can we say, undermine the Asiatics, especially from the moves that we have been doing the last couple of years. The unconscious Asiatics with their Asiatic Lives Matter, their Black Lives Matter thing. I was just looking at Epoch News, and they were showing how China has done a lot of stuff attacking the United States. So I'm thinking maybe they're trying to also, tear us up and have us on a racial type of fight here, because I'm like, it's no real reason for our Asiatics to sit there and attack these Asians. There's not no real propaganda out there. But the way Professor Truth Black broke it down, these individuals seem like they're unstable. They just happen to be unconscious Asiatics. But this brother had, which y'all say, facts. He showed, going back a few years to even recently, early this year, he said the ones that's actually killing them, the Asians, are the Europeans. And a couple of stories he followed, some of them, European men was married to the Asian women, and they killed them. So, I think that's what it is. They're trying to aid in tearing this, keeping us on a, teeter of kind of a little racial war here. But my overall view, and I'm going to step back a little bit, I think I mentioned this some years ago when you interviewed me, that there were some moves that were happening in the 90s, and by the late 90s, there were some key Europeans, and this is why I tell a lot of Asiatic, don't go and fight all Europeans, don't think all of them your enemies. There were some Europeans that actually seen the work that the Great Seal Association of Moorish Affairs was doing. And we were making a lot of unconscious Moors conscious. A lot of Moors got nationalized. And the process and how we did it, also, you contacted the Library of Congress and got certificates. So, the government was actually seeing this, right offhand. And the Moors was not only embracing their creed, but they was embracing the jurisprudence aspect of it. So, long story short, before the closing of the 90s, there was a guy named Fred Kleineck. He was the head sovereign grand commander of Scottish Rite Freemasons. He was in talks with one of our elder Moors. This brother had passed. He was not only a 33rd degree Freemason, he was also a 96th degree. He said to him, he said, we see what you Moors are doing, continue doing it. Because the other problem that Asiatics don't understand, this government must settle. It must settle the issue regarding your reparations and restitution. Because again, when you got free in 1863, the Emancipation Proclamation was written. Abraham Lincoln, who was a Moor, who was passing, he also set $5 million aside. And of course, you were supposed to give 40 acres. You're supposed to give up them slave names and take back your surnames. And this is one conversation that a lot of Asiatics do not understand. Everybody else around the world understands. They call it surname outside of this country. But in this country, y'all say last name. But we'll say last name denotes your nationality, what nation you come from. A lot of Asiatics don't understand that. Anyway, when Lincoln freed you, there was a federal bureau of Freedmen's Bureau, and that was a federal registry, and you were supposed to go to that agency and get your 40-acre deed, and you were supposed to get $100. Now, in order to have that, that means that was a pot, or you say a kitty, or whatever you want to call it. That was money he had put, I guess you could say also escrow, $5 million. It was in the first Chicago National Bank. That money has never been allocated, let alone the land hasn't been allocated. So actually, a lot of more to kind of get you to get a visual, all that area that's in the Midwest, from border to border, from Canada to Mexico, it was going to be damn near equivalent to 22 states. You were supposed to have that. So since the big conspiracy, that's why everybody be talking about the Illuminati and all this other stuff. Like, I really don't want to hear that. There's really no bigger conspiracy than the cover-up of the Asiatics who ignorantly call themselves Negro, black, colored niggers, now ADOS, descendant of slave, all that. You're the indigenous people. You were born here. Your ancestors were born here. There's too many records and stuff that my father and I and Sage Hakeem Bey and a few other great Moors have put out these past 30 years or so. My father's been doing it for well over 50-something years. Me is over 30. We put out a lot of stuff down. Now it's common conversation. So it's a fact that they know that you're Moors. The Europeans are now coming out saying. So anyway, Fred Kleineck has said, keep doing what you're doing, nationalize your Moors, waking them up, embracing their creed. He said, and when you're ready, come back with your numbers, and then y'all be able to come to the table, and we'll be able to start to give you your land and money. So this is what we were hearing and I'll say around 97. So if you look back at that time, Clinton was in office at that time, and a lot of people get caught up in his little sexual scandal and everything. But if you look at his administration overall, what went down, it was a lot of F-ish that went down. But one damn thing you can say, he brought this country out of debt. We had no debt at the time. So what I'm really looking at it is he was setting it up because they know eventually they're going to have to recompense you more. They're going to have the money to cut the check. But here's the thing. These individuals who keep calling you using these Eurocentric terms of Negro, black, and colored, anything else, you're not saying Moorish national. You are actually technically practicing slavery. And these Europe keep hollering, cut the check. They can't cut a check to a black people. There is no black nation on the planet. You can't find that on the map. There's no Negro nation. And if you mention Africa, even your own African brothers will say, all right, brother, that's cool, but what country are you from? Because that's the name of the continent, but there's many countries on that continent, leading to nationality. You understand what I'm saying? So I believe the government was getting ready to deal with the issue of finally closing the books and paying off that national debt to the Moors. Because notice this, and I bring this up as an example. This Asian fever thing is nothing new. So some people gonna have to go back in history, like late 40s, 50s, something like that, when the United States was in a war with Japan. Now, I'm just gonna give you an overall snapshot. And there was a book called by Oliver Stone, Untold History of the United States. I was thumbing through it. My cousin has the book. I'm actually sitting on the table right here. He never returned it back to the library. And it actually showed the rhetoric and everything that was going on at that time when the United States had went to war. Now, I'm going to take y'all to the little TV show. Y'all remember the Star Trek? Remember the one Asian guy that was on there? George Takeda. There's a video of him on YouTube being interviewed back in the early 80s. Here's why I bring this up. Because when the United States went to war with Japan, guess what they did? And they violated United States citizens' rights. They rounded up all Japanese Americans, threw their ass out on internment camps out in the Midwest for up to almost close to 4 years. Now, when they freed them, guess what they had to do? And they got paid. So when you look up George Takeda, he's interviewing, and I think it was like 82 or 83, something like that, that the interview was done. He actually spoke, and he got his check. They cut the check. I think it could have been up to $30,000 or so, because they had to recompense them. You understand what I'm saying? So look at that short time. That's the international law you're talking there. Once a nation had a war with another nation, and now it's peacetime, now's the time that you can then file charges when the wrong was done to another sovereign nation, and recompense is being done or restitution is being done.
But Hannibal Bay.
Yes.
This is the thing, though. We know there's a great reset coming. You have the World Economic Forum. All right. They're talking about this big reset. Everything is a big reset, the big reset. This is the big one. They changed the monetary system. You know, it's going on crypto-based, blockchain, ledger, nodes, the whole gambit. NFTs is the waves that's looking to take over. So is this also part of the plan to erase the debt? Because the whole thing of the Great Reset is erasing all debt, all student loans, anything owed to somebody else. Like they just going to take care of that and replace it. Is that part of their plan?
I'll say this, and this is for those who study Noble Drawley. He predicted a lot of things, and somewhat what you call a reset, but what I'm understanding, he did say something like that. He says there's going to be a time when this government's just going to stop, but then when it starts back up, it's going to be in favor of you Moors.
Noble Drew Ali said that?
That's why I be telling people, they keep coming to me, and my father say, hell, you want to nationalize this and that? Look, you can't be a part of an organization or a movement and not be a part of the foundation. A lot of things, you'll find out the conspiracy is really big, even among our own. And it's one thing I always talk about COINTELPRO and what have you. We need to start weeding out the traitors. You'll find out it wasn't only the Europeans that went as far as covering up a lot of stuff that Ali did. It was his own. And I will touch on that, and that's something I'm going to bring you, Brother Joel, if I haven't sent it to you already. The back history that is truth that is not told. Because, you know, in the Moors now that you know is more common, but it wasn't talked about in the 80s, in the early 80s when we went in the temple, and I was 13 at the time, when we went in 1980 with my stepmother, Grand Sheikh Daria Bey, that they never talked about the sellout. And I'll just say in short, you know, once Moors got rid of Noble Drew Ali, the government stepped up to them, talking about FBI, talked to those who was running the organization and asked them to disband, and they gave them a financial incentive, and it was up to like $40,000. So when Drew Ali was alive, he was talking Moorish national. That was the term we would use, Moorish national American. And you'll find out, like I keep telling people, a lot of these melanated individuals that y'all trust are speaking for you, but when they keep talking about that Negro or black, and you know what I mean, a lot of stuff they don't steal from the Moorish Science Temple and the concepts, because the black nationalism term came out of the Moorish national movement. You know what I mean? That was the only time you heard nationalism when he was on the scene. So once he got out of the way, your Judases had no problem getting their 30 silver pieces of silver and help the Europeans cover up a lot of stuff. All right, but yeah, he did speak about it was going to be a, you know, kind of like a shutdown, what have you. But he said when it goes around, it's going to come back in favor of you Moors. He even made a prediction. He said if the country won't go right, one day you're going to have an Asiatic president and a European vice president, and he said, or vice versa. And now we're on the second part that he said, the vice versa. We got a European as a president, and she's a female, Asiatic, as vice president.
But Hannibal,
going back.
I'm sorry, Brother Divine. Where's Brother Divine at?
Yeah, I'm here, brother.
This is the thing, cause I know you want to elaborate on this, cause we was talking about this. People coming up to you, wanting you to get nationalized, and you know, I remember Divine, you saying you don't know who to trust and all this stuff. You want to elaborate that on the Divine, or ask Dr. Hannibal Bey anything when it comes to that?
Well, to break that down, because I remember when I was on that journey of nationalization and you know, really embracing who I am as a Moor. And what I've learned is that there's a lot of people who are claiming that they are Moors, or they know the different methods or formulas or routes that you could take in how to nationalize yourself properly. And then when I really did my research and I was about to follow up with a lot of them, I realized that if I do this, I could possibly get myself into trouble, because when you ask them certain questions, they don't know the right answers. And you could tell because of the answers that they give you. And then when you research, you know, original people such as Dr. Hannibal Bey or Taj Tarik Bey, and you listen to what they're saying, it's not the same as what a lot of these I don't even know what to call them. You know, these people who are just
I'll tell you what you call
tell me.
provocateurs. I may not said this on your show, but I said on other interviews. See, the reason why a lot of people don't like my father, Dr. Hannibal Bay, in the house is because, see, all y'all used to Moore's telling you, and these Asiatics telling you what you want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? I'm the mother Mickey Fricky that sit there and tell you what you need to hear. So I get the back story. You hear these individuals talking about they selling you status packet or something like that. Guess what they got that from? The Great Steel Association of Moisture Favors. The way one would get nationalized, we would tell you to go to the temple, get your nationality card. And what happens is a lot of the grand sheiks in the temple, they, how can you say, were negligent in their duties. Because when a person then proclaims his or her nationality, they walk you through the system to just correct your name. So I usually go into it, so I encourage individuals to get a little backstory, which will save a lot of stuff that I have to say Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Pull up some of my old interviews so you can hear me breaking it down. Because I actually start telling y'all the problems that y'all having right now, they were caused by dirty Moors. I try not to say niggers, so I use my new term, knackers. The Prophet Charlie prophesied about that. He said, Moors, be careful. Because you're going to have Moors that have turbans and feathers on that's going to try to put you back into slavery. And this is one thing that I always keep saying. I never thought, I never called Drew Ali no liar, but that was one daggone so-called prophecy I thought I'd never see. I gave the backstory on who caused this stuff. And we're coming up on 20 years ago that they did this. And York is obviously paying for his what's name, because I got stuff to back on that. Because he was one of the great detractors. And I got one of his old books from the 80s when he wrote on Who's Noble Drew Ali. At that time, he was claiming Drew Ali was a plagiarist. And I can even quote from one of his pages from that book, page 24 or 25 and all. He was saying Drew Ali failed to identify his people. So follow me. But yet by the mid-90s, which a lot of people don't know, a lot of work from the Moorish Order of the Round Table, and by way of us also being Great Steel Association of Moorish Affairs, meaning your Moorish officials, and with some other elders, we put a lot of knowledge out, and he was biting that. And then all of a sudden, this thing, now he claimed to be a Moor by mid-90s.
So
what
basically,
we're dealing with is 8 provocateurs. Because again, I broke it down in detail. When you got nationalized, first thing you would do, correct your name, and you would take our Moorish document in black and white with the letterhead of the Moorish Divine National Movement of the World, and you have an elder with you, and you would go to a county clerk. And anybody knows when you get a notary, you already know what the cost of a notary. And they watch you execute the document. You correcting your name. You're no longer Johnny Cookie Bay. Cookie Johnny. And you're now saying you're Brother Divine L or Brother Divine Bay. And the elder there executes his or her name as witness. And then the notary looks at it because they seen you execute it. Then they stamp it. And you pay them their $2. Next step, you would then go to Social Security, correct your name there. And again, here's where
Hold on.
I was just about to say.
Could you go back? How much it is?
I'm throwing the figures out. Let me finish.
Did you just say $2?
I'm getting ready to I'm giving you the process overall, and I'm throwing the figures out. Let me finish. I know. That's why, and you reacted the way I wanted y'all to react. Because when I'm getting done telling you all this crap that y'all paying, I was shocked when my dad finally got up there to New York by 05 or so. I ran into Africa about the late part of 04.
Well, I'm surprised Joel not even saying to save that for the live stream.
The books and stuff like that. And I let him know who it was. And he's saying, I want to get in contact with your dad. Boom, boom, boom. So anyway, by 05, when Father got up there, he let me know y'all had at least about 300 different little fiefdom groups, and they was charging upwards to $3,000. But I digress. Let me get back to the point. So then the next step, you would go to Social Security, and you would have certain documents with you, and the elder is there. And again, this is where jurisprudence law comes in. What you're doing, and this is is why Drew Ali said, I came in the back door to give you what you need, Moors. This is why it's under your religious order. Because what's the first amendment is built on? 3 things. Freedom of press, freedom of speech, freedom of religion. Right? That's what you're standing on. So when individuals give you resistance, you tell them, hey, this is a slam dunk constitutional fight here. You know, you're going to lose. I'm doing this on religious purpose, plus I'm falling into law. Slavery is over. And you brothers and sisters have to correct and take back your names to Ali and Bay. You have to, because that's the technicality. Only a Moor can tell you this. This is why they won't cut a check. You're hollering a Eurocentric term. You keep changing every 12 to 15 years. You black, then you color, then you Negro, then you're an ADOS, a descendant of slave, then you this, then you that. Before I go any further, ask your elders when they were proud of using the term Negro. Ask them when another Asiatic that was unconscious said to another Asiatic and called them black. Ask them what the hell happened. I'll tell you, but I want you to damn get it from your elders. That was the quickest way your ass got dental work without anesthesia. Because black was equivalent to calling another brother or sister a nigger. They punch you out and then look at our people. They proud of using that word. But I digress.
So hold on. Divine. I think Divine got a question for you. You got a question from Divine?
I was saying that I remember just going through this process with certain individuals, and the first thing that they give you is like a package this thick. You know, they try to give you this thick ass package and say, yo, you gotta study this, you gotta learn, you gotta learn these laws. They're not even saying, let's go first, change your name, the actual steps to get things going. They want to kind of stunt you with all of this or kind of discourage you.
It's like the size of a damn.
Yeah,
it's like the size of a damn yellow pages, the old school yellow pages. But go ahead.
With all this knowledge, because you feel okay. I just spent $700-800 for this course. You think you got to take a full course at first. And you sit there. You want to,
like this.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Put
it like, and I use this analogy. But this is how they teach your old magi science into degrees, and they now call it, imitating my priesthood, and they now call it Freemasonry. This is why things are given to you in degrees, and the way the degree is only each moral lesson for each degree, and it's given to you an allegory or an example so you can understand to be enlightened. I use this analogy. If a people were enslaved and now they are free, do they got to pay for that? That's a question I'm asking right now.
Ask it one more time.
If a people just got free, let's go back to 1863. Federal law was mandated. It was passed. So you mean to tell me all those Moors who are now in involuntary servitude, now they got to pay? Didn't I just tell you real short, and this is documented, but this is why the Europeans laugh at us. They say, you want to hide something from these Negroes, put it in black and white on pages, because they ain't going to read. I just told you there was a federal bureau, a freedman's bureau of refugees. That's what the agency was called. So when the Moors left that daggone plantation, they were supposed to find the nearest bureau, and that's where they would then go in, give up their slave name, and they was going to receive their deed to their 40-acre land, and they was going to be handed $100, and then, of course, they would yell at them, yo, before you leave, make sure you go in the back, go get your donkey. So you mean to tell me you had to pay? Here's the example that I'm trying to tell you more, because I give names, I'm giving the process. I'm going to get back to the process. I use this. There's a lot of things that y'all see on the videos, I talk purposely off camera, because some people are very sensitive. Let's set up this scenario. We just got free. It's my father and I and Hakeem Bey. And we'll add two other people, is York and Valerie Hart. She was one of our past students that wound up doing the daggone agent provocateur crap. So, and this actually took place because what's his name? Gates, the guy that used to do the DNA for the celebrities, and he would tell them who their ancestors were, Vanessa Williams, Chris Rock, all them. He did uncover that once there was some Asiatic Moors that were freed, obviously those that could read, they appointed themselves to go read the Emancipation Proclamation on different plantations because Europeans got a 2 extra years of slavery service from it. Y'all keep hollering 1865, but it was 1863. And they literally went to the plantations and gathered them together and read the proclamation to tell them you've been free. So now, follow my example here. This is the way I'm trusting you get pissed. So me and Daddy and Hakeem, we done went in the building. We got our 40 acres of mule and our $100. Now it's just a matter of us going to secure our land and everything. But we decide to powwow before we leave. And we'll say Valerie and York hear us say, yo, a lot of our brothers and sisters are still on the slave plantations and they're working and they don't know nothing about this. Let us go secure our house up and our wives and everything, and then we will appoint ourselves and we'll go back down south because we can read and go gather all of the Moors that's still on the plantations and read it to them to let them know that they're free. And then we'll tell them we'll do it after every 2 to 3 plantations. Then we lead them all to the federal building so they can go get their reparations. So now York and Valerie hear this, and they say, you know what? That sounds cool, but let us do this. We go do the same thing, but it's the biggest butt in the world. Let's charge them $50 out of their 100 and charge them also 20 acres off their 40 acres. We'll make a killing. Now, with that little example, that's the way you need to look at those individuals who sat there and charged y'all all that money for them packets, because actually them packets were actually nationality packets that you would only get from Great Seal Association of Moorish Affairs. So that meant we had agent provocateurs that took our template and started selling that stuff to y'all because they were also mixing up the, y'all don't know nothing about this. 30 years ago, Europeans was calling themselves the patriots, and they were using jurisprudence laws and what have you. And then by the late 90s, going to 2000, they changed over, and this is where the term comes to sovereign citizens. And they were selling the stuff among their own at that time that we heard was like $1,200. So these individuals that are melanin and doing that, you look at them as agent provocateurs. Y'all need to start making them persona non grata. Just make them persona non grata. They're dirty more. They're the ones who's got you in this damn fix. Because you can't blame the European for this. They're the ones that done this. They're making, put it like this. I always say this thing, and I'm going to qualify it. There is no money to be made in freeing your people. I usually repeat that 3 times, but I'm going to get to the point. See, a true man or woman who's working of God and they're freeing their people, they don't become rich. Did Jesus become rich? When he came to free the children of Israel, which is the old code name for Moors, I'm asking, did he?
Not that I know of.
Did he charge? No. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the way you need to look at these individuals. They're truly agent provocateurs. Now, what I need to do is let me finish the process of what was done, and I'm going back in the early 90s, so the prices adjust, but you're going to get the gist. So let's go back to Social Security. So you went there, and you saying you're correcting your name, and they say what reasons. You say for religious purpose. That's your First Amendment, so they can't block you. Plus, there's an elder there that will pull their IDs out, plus the certificate that you got from the Library of Congress. I'm going to bring that and show y'all that, which is registered under Truth A1 AA 222141. That's your Moorish National American identity card and Zodiac Constitution that was registered with that. Plus, you're activating your Moorish birthright. One of your birthrights is your tax exempt. And it's in the Constitution because your ancestors helped them write this damn Constitution.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold it. Great King Hannibal Bay, Dr. Hannibal Bay. Slow down. The people got to get the rest of that if they going in person. All right? If they're
Because
going
at
in
the
person
end of the day, it's like
Go
this.
ahead, show yourself, Divine. Show yourself, Divine.
At the end of the day, it's like this. And this is how I see it. This brother is taking the time to
Y'all
come.
fading out. I can't hear.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Divine. Go ahead.
This brother and his father are taking the time to come out here and deliver this information. We not charging y'all no package prices. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no 1,200, 800. You know what I'm saying?
Let me finish this. If you can, be patient. Let me finish this and tell you how it was really done. So what y'all dealing is with the aftermath when y'all let imps and minions get in your movement. It's nothing different than when brother Marcus Garvey, he was known as John the Baptist to us in the Moorish movement, and Prophet Noble Ali was Jesus. You have a problem with these people. When I say the Judas factor is real, we still haven't killed that energy out. You're always going to have melanated individuals that don't have no problem taking the silver pieces of Roman currency to sell you out. Let me get back to the Social Security thing.
Oh, no, Taj. Hear me. Got me calling your pop's name. Hannibal. No, they get that when they come in or they get the live stream. Once you start talking about with how they ain't supposed to be paying taxes, and I'm gonna tell you why. And this is what the people don't like me for. They say I'll cut off. You are a legend in this. Your father, Taj Tarik Bey, they're a legend in this. And me and Brother Divine we know for a fact the information that you're giving is phenomenal. I've done watch other people that claim to be Moors diss you, diss your father, play y'all like they know more than y'all or whatever the case is. No. They ain't gonna use Joel Benjamin 528 to get no damn freebie, and they damn sure ain't gonna shortchange Brother Divine, you or your father. We not doing that. So what we gonna do is go on with another question. Go ahead, Brother Divine.
Now, to just not even to take away from what you were saying, brother, because everything that you were saying, that is exactly what the people need to hear, and this is why they need to come down and get that, either come and see you in person or get that live stream.
Hold on, Divine. Hold on. This is my next thing why I got a problem, why I didn't even want him to finish the rest of that. This is my problem. Why the hell we got 75 people on here and only 43 likes? 45 now because I just hit it. Why we got so much people coming in and out, some people going to catch it later. We almost here for almost an hour and y'all can't even show no likes. Y'all can't even show no appreciation of how much information, the amount of information this more just dropped on y'all was so freaking heavy. Stuff where you go pay for it you haven't heard already. And y'all acting like y'all can't show support by simply hitting the freaking like button. You see why y'all get shortchanged with the live streams now? You see why y'all not able to get live
they said
streams
they
like
mesmerized by the information, so they forgot.
He didn't even really put them under no hypnotic spell yet.
You feel me? And that's what we want to go. And that's where I was going with what I was saying. Because I personally feel like hypnosis is being used on us on a massive scale, right? And especially through the TV and the phones, right?
And those same Moors
Of
other people
course.
that try to come and push that, like how he was explaining.
And that's what I also want us to talk on as well, is how are they using this hypnosis against us, and how could we use it to empower ourselves?
Go ahead,
You
go ahead, King. You got it.
A brief breakdown. A
I,
brief.
I was really able to hear because it was kind of faded
He want to break down on how like the other Moors and the TV, the radio, the entertainers,
Yeah,
how they use the
yeah,
hypnosis on us. So how, like, he want a
right.
brief breakdown
All
on
right.
how to protect against that, what you will be talking about to help us protect against that, and how to empower
Yeah,
ourselves to use it as well.
yeah. I the last time I was there, and this wasn't filmed when I were in person, and I was at your spot, and you interviewed me, but I gave it to a very few after we was about to run out the door. Me, Daddy, Sabir. I gave y'all the 7 dominant laws of suggestibility, or they say hypnosis, that is not known to the people. Now, you may get it from the Europeans; they'll say 5, but I'm adding 2 rare. Because remember now, we Moors, we deal with the number 7.
Absolutely.
This is, put it like this, let me make it more simple. You're being bombarded by suggestions every day, by radio, ads, billboards, TV, visuals. There was an experiment where the government understood about subliminal in the movie theater, and I found out they did it here in our area, in our state area, they call New Jersey, on a movie theater back in the 40s and all. And then the federal government stepped in and stopped the movie theaters from doing that. And one movie guy wanted to bump up his sales of his condiments, the popcorn and sodas and stuff. So while people was watching the movie, he sat there and put in that it would flash on the screen that your right side of the brain picks up your subconscious mind, but your conscious mind don't pick it up. You're looking at the movie. He put up there, you want more popcorn. You're thirsty. Just kept flashing them. And it's real quick. And he noticed it bumped up the sales, I'll say about a good 25 to maybe almost 50%. So they understand subliminals is really real. Before I go into the 7, let me reach you, because we think in visual. And I'm going to drop some movies on y'all so y'all can see. You already know The Matrix. But there's 2 other movies I want y'all to try to pick up. The movie They Live. That's a mid-'80s movie. John Carpenter did it. My favorite Asiatic actor is Keith David, and it had Roddy Piper. To give you the gist of what the movie was about, we were being invaded by aliens, and they had a hologram that, you couldn't identify them. So, to speed up a little bit in the movie, Roddy Piper had came across some black shades that you put on, sunglasses. And as he was walking down the damn street, he seen a guy that sold magazines on the outside sidewalk. And as he's walking by, he sees nothing but white magazines with the words obey, consume, this and that. He looking at a goddamn big-ass billboard. It had the computers when they was first starting the home computer sales in the mid-'80s. But then he put the shades back on. It says obey. So then he's looking through the magazines with the shades on, and the man that was the tenant of the magazine stand said to him, "Are you going to buy something?" Now the camera cut to the damn dollar bill that's in his hand. Roddy Piper puts the shades on, and the money is now saying, "This is your God." That movie is very powerful. All hypnotists know that you're being bombarded by suggestions. And a person that is a hypnotist is a person that really respects words. This is why this is taught in Freemasonry, the 7 liberal arts. They teach you to study rhetoric. Rhetoric, all it means is just the effective use of words. All right? Now, another movie is called Virtual Nightmare. All right? So Virtual Nightmare, They Live, of course, Inception, but just to get you there. Oh, and the last one is The Shadow. They revitalized the franchise back in the early 90s, like 94, Alec Baldwin played Shadow. Now, of course, somebody will play that off as, oh, that's fantasy and what have you. You know, hypnotize somebody. You can't hypnotize people with the gaze. I'm going to give the hypnotic training for that. And at the event, along with the full 7 laws, and give you power chance, along with the history and stuff that you're going to have me there, because that's my purpose, is to help you negate all these suggestions. As soon as you walk out the door, you're being bombarded by suggestions. You're even bombarded by the psychic suggestions of the overall energy of your city. But there's ways you can counter it. All right? For instance, they used to always say, oh, you can't just hypnotize nobody with the gaze. Yeah, it's mighty funny, though. The Secret came out back in March of 2008. I'm turning on Good Morning America. And guess what? They had a big problem overseas, over there in Europe. They had a Middle Eastern man that they kept saying he was robbing the cashier too. So, you know, other hypnotists saying, oh, you can't hypnotize nobody without words and this and that. Yeah, bull-ish. Well, they finally caught the damn guy on CTV. He walked up to a counter, and a girl was at a grocery store, and they actually was going to arrest her, you know, thinking she was in on it, because you can see him just reaching over in the till, taking her money, and she just standing there. But then she remembered, the only thing she remembered him saying was, look into my eyes. Within seconds, he hypnotized her. She was stunned. And he quickly reached over the counter, and he emptied her too, and walked away. What the problem was in the hypnosis community, remember, because Europeans are ruling that right now, because they just discovered your old Lemurian science, or your old Moor science. We called it Maya, M-A-Y-A, means illusion. So our science is well over 10,000 years old. Europeans talk about hypnosis, they're only going as far as Anton Mesmer in the late 1700s. But remember now, a lot of these sciences and what have you, that these Europeans are laying claim to, all it is remember now, they had you under slavery. So when you were under slavery, they was going through your old books and stuff. Why do you think the Christian Crusade burning books? They were reading your old scriptures and stuff that the Moors had left behind. And why do you think during slavery they made sure you didn't read? They made you illiterate. They were busy changing the history book. And they were taking their higher science works, which was the precursor to the Rosicrucians, the Masons, and all these little secret organizations. They were using your science, and then they were presented to the public as if they had invented it. There's an old saying, there's nothing new under the sun, only that which was hidden. So now, when you're looking at advertising, the advertising agencies are your black wit, or your black, whatever you want to call them, magicians, or people say your black wizards. They study psychology. Hypnosis, Maya, is under the science of psychology. All right? So study the mind. This is why Drew used to say, study yourself. So when you come back and you ask me what to study, he said, I tell you, study yourself. And only somebody that's enlightened would understand that there's two different meanings in that same statement. So, going back to my point, these individuals that work for the advertising agencies usually have a psychology degree. They know how to manipulate the mind through words, through visuals, and sounds. They did an experiment with one of the so-called greatest horror movies in the 70s. I was a little boy, so I couldn't go see the movie at the time. It was 74, 75, called The Exorcist. Now you should be able to hear the backstory on that. The backstory was, if y'all didn't know, that was a horror movie. Even though it's slightly loosely based off of something that was real, guess who they had as a consultant on the movie? The CIA. The CIA, and I'm taking the conversation back to 360, which you had opened up when you mentioned the MK Ultra. Yes, it's dealing with manipulating mind-ish. So the CIA gave them pointers of mass hypnosis to stimulate people during the movie. So in the movie, they coaxed them to put the agitated sound the whining sound of pigs. So I do recall as a little boy hearing my dad and other parents that talked about seeing the movie, because what made it so bad was it was so realistic. Some people got sick and threw up, and they had to leave the theater. Well, what I just told you was why. Their subconscious mind was being bombarded by so many subliminals during that movie. All right? And this is what keyed some people who are highly suggestible. And they had a reaction, a physical reaction. But yes, the CIA was called as a consultant on that movie. That movie was a test. That was another test. So now, going back to the damn advertisers, what I'm telling you, they're aware of these laws I'm about to kick at you. There's a law of reverse action, a law of repetition, a law of dominance, a law of delayed action, and a law of association. I'll stop there, but I'm going to give you all the rest of them when we have the event. Each of them is a different means of effectively, conversationally wise, wording your phrases in a certain way you can influence people and the masses. So since they're targeting the masses, there's two emotions that you need to invoke. Politicians use it also. Here's the two emotions: fear and greed. I'll go with the fear one for one. I'll explain that. When Hillary Clinton ran for office, in her political team, she obviously had someone that had a psychological background, but it backfired on her. One of her commercials, if y'all can remember, she did a commercial about you don't want Trump to be the man that has to get that phone call, hit the red button, and she picked up the phone. She was invoking fear. So you probably had to go back and look at the commercial, but it backfired on her. But these are some of the things, the tactics that even your car salesmen use. Now, here's the one that the car salesmen and them use in your advertisements: greed. Here's an example of how they invoke greed. They suppose they made a commercial to buy the new latest Mercedes-Benz. And they'll say, yes, you can get the 2021 Mercedes-Benz, the SLI, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And if you come down, you'll have no money down, no payment, this and that. And then they're talking low words, but if you do this and all that, what have you go. So what they're doing, and it's a limited time, they're invoking greed. They might even kick the commercial at a time where it's around the 15th and the 30th. Because back in the early 80s, you could get paid weekly, but it was by the mid 80s they started making what you're used to now. You get paid every 2 weeks. So they put certain colors and word certain things in the commercial, but here's where they kick the greed. Come, it's a limited time, no money down. All right? Then you have a person come running down there and they got their daggone rent money, but of course they got to put a little something down, but they not gonna have to make any payments for the next such and such time. So next thing you know, they done signed up and got this because it was a limited time. Meanwhile, now they driving down the street, they done satisfy their urge because they were highly suggestible. I'm going to tell you how they make you highly suggestible. And next thing you know, they're driving it around, getting all the adulation. Everybody, yeah, I got the new ride. Yeah, I'm going to have all these honeys. Yeah, And before they know it, they start realizing, damn, I'm going to be short for the rent. Then they ain't even think of, they got to gas the car. And since it's a high-end car, they got to get high-ass insurance on it. So now what they start to experience, they're coming down off that high, they start to get the buyer's remorse. It's a crude example, but I'll give more examples, and I'm going to give you all the basic techniques, and I'm going to also give a well-kept secret of the hypnotic gaze training, but you're going to have to put the time in, and it takes a month of trust. Once you do it, anybody that's lying at you, they look them in the eye, they can't lie. even a damn ferocious dog. You turn around, that dog is barking like on attack you. You stare that dog in his eyes. That dog is sitting there, and so turns his face, is still barking, but it can't look you in your face. It was a well-guarded secret. A lot of magicians and all held this secret, and I used to give it up to individuals. Whereas, it does help. The hypnotic gaze help. This was part of your basic Moorish culture. This is the reason why a lot of you Moors, when you see Moors, whether it's men or women, you see the jewel over the third eye of their turban. It actually was symbolic. It wasn't no jewelry. It is symbolic that your third eye is polished. And those who have eyes to see and recognize that, that's telling the person like, oh, ish, all right. They not only know something, but I don't think I want to mess with them. I have a picture of a guy over in the over there in Tibet and what have you. Tall guy, a big ass turban on. The guy who said he works for the left hand path though, that he can kill a person with their thoughts up to a mile away. So a lot of the sciences and stuff that I'm giving you that I passed.
Hold on. Could you repeat that? He could do what up to a mile away?
Yeah, he could use his thought power, or whatever you want to call it, hypnosis or mayo, whatever, or telepathy. He can kill a person with his thought.
You know what's funny? To touch on that just a little, not to cut you. Go ahead, brother.
I feel like this. Some of the training, because remember, I'm a part of the secret order. I'm not only a lot of people on because I'm a 33rd Scottish Rite, but I'm also a Grand Priest. I'm a Magi. These secrets and all, this is where Freemasonry, Rosicrucians, and all of them gleaned from that, because this was your order before y'all became Muslims. So you got to go back to the different Christian crusades when they were burning books and stuff. Remember now, I told y'all Muslims, you Moors, before you were Muslims, you were something else. But I'm going to qualify. I always bring this up when it's in regards to the Nazarene. When the Nazarene was born, and the Christians try to wipe us out of history, our symbol is the six-pointed star. We're the original, what we would call Hittians, but y'all outsiders call us either of our faith, you either call us king priests or Magi. When you hear the story of Jesus as a baby, all of you are familiar with hearing the three wise men, or the three kings, or the three magi. We were there because, for the simple fact, was the other piece of history they don't tell you, we were the ones that foretold and told you he was coming. That's why we were the first there to give homage to him. And we gave him three gifts, and each of those gifts had a spiritual meaning. A chest full of gold, a chest full of frankincense, and a chest full of myrrh.
Now,
the Magi were still even respected as we fell as Moors.
Brother,
even during Christian rule and even during the Muslim rule. So when you look into history, you'll find out even in the courts of the Christians, they had a melanated person that wore turban. Same thing. That was like a visor in their court. Same thing when the Muslims ruled. You always seen somebody that had a turban on and a jewel that was a vizier to the Sultan and what have you. Some of you know us as, you'll say, Zarathustrians. Zoroaster was a member of our Holy Orthodox Hittian faith. That's the original name of us. We're called Hittians. It means the knowledgeable people of God. The outsiders of our faith, Christians, Muslims, Buddhists, Jews. The Jews is like a watered down version of it, but because they use our symbol. But anyway,
Dr. Hannibal, Divine have a question for you.
It's two things. There's one thing that I want to touch on that I see somebody had in the comment section. Rohan Mason said he's talking about the Magi's, and he's asking basically is if it's the Magi from Kemet. But I wanted to let him know that the Magi's weren't actually, from Kemet. They were from Kush or like Nubia. They were like the police of Kemet,
Yeah.
right?
Well, put it like this. This is why I thank you so much, Brother Joel, for getting that picture, and you're gonna have copies of it. Same thing to you, Brother Divine.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I'm making available at least the first sacred piece of the Holy Beth. See, our founder of our faith was Cyrus Ali. He was a Lemurian. We traveled all around the planet. We were a big tribe, and the symbol that represented us as the tribe, as a nation, was the six-pointed star, or you call the children of Israel. And like I told you all, children of Israel was the old code name for Moors. I digress. So it is a part in our history, because it's history that's also mixed in with the Holy Beth. Holy Beth only means, it's Lemurian, all it means is words of the Creator. We do have historical points in it. So when the Osiris got to Kemet, they actually were living in a well-organized tent organization. So all the high science that is there, that you call the Coptic, we were the ones that brought that knowledge there. This is why the oldest pyramid on this planet is on these shores. Our brothers and sisters got the mixed concept. They keep going to Egypt, to Kemet, to the Hamites, to them. But the oldest pyramid is here. I'm going to go into the history of when you came from your own planet, Aden, and you touched down, it was here. The first name we called this landmass was Amogia. And we diaspored to the other landmass. And we actually had the pyramid knowledge when we came here, because it was actually the actual power source for the spaceship that we used, the spacecraft, when all our ancestors was on it. And we actually sat on that knowledge for a couple millennia before the first Lemurians. They had a different tribal name. You call Yulian on them. They were the first to finally utilize it again. That's why in the Yucatan, that's the oldest pyramid on the planet. Any damn archaeologist would tell you that. So when us Hittian, or I'll use the term you're familiar with, Magi got there, it was said in our books that they were very eager and very astute individuals. They was always eager for more enlightenment. So they embraced our Hittian faith. And they co-opted. This is why the other universal symbol of our faith is the winged scarab and the Ankh. Notice whenever they talk about the priestess and all there in Kemet, they never really tell you the name of their creed. We were Hittians. But like I said, the outsiders of our faith, they call us either the royal priest or the king or queen priest, because women are equal in the faith, or they use the term Magi. We went to Europe. All right? That area was called Nishabad at the time the ancient Lemurian prophet Osiris got there. And guess what? That Stonehenge, that's not called Stonehenge. In our holy scriptures, when our ancestors got there with a band of Lemurians, they were very ignorant and what have you, but some of them converted. And we made their lives better. And to give great respect and homage to that Lemurian prophet, they built the Asarian temple, now called Stonehenge. The reason why it's in remnants and destruction, it was the Christians that did that. It actually had wooden covering for the walls and the roof. So when they tried to burn it and destroy it down, what you see is left there. But that was actually called the Asarian temple. So y'all Moors need to be proud. That's the original name. And them Europeans erected that to a melanated brother. Yes, a Lemurian.
Hold on. We are well over the hour mark. And I know Brother Divine have things to do. And I know Dr. Hannibal Bey have things to do. And I damn sure know I have things to do. Y'all aren't showing no love in the comment section. Let me see how the likes looking. Because, y'all think I'm playing with y'all. Remember, people, This will be at 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Okay, on the 15th
Of
of
this month.
May the 15th. All right. It's gonna be at Aquafit in New Jersey, and it's only like 30 people allowed in there. But for the real deal, people, you know who I know, my live stream people that's on here now that want to get the live streams, you definitely gonna go to Eventbrite or definitely contact Brother Divine. He's throwing this up and doing this now. I don't know if y'all want another 15 minutes because it's some more info, but y'all gotta show some love up in here. Or
You want to wait
go ahead,
before
Brother
you
Divine.
even right? You know what I just got like a vision of. I remember reading something, and I remember I came across some knowledge, and they were saying during slavery, especially like the beginning of slavery, those slaves that were like, that weren't born into slavery, the ones that knew or who had a past, that they were taken from. Some of them could kill you, not just with, certain things that what Dr. Hannibal is saying, but also with their tongues. You feel me? They knew how to speak certain invocation words that will strike slave masters dead. So what they did is that they put certain girdles over their mouth so they couldn't talk.
That's why it's called cursing.
You feel what I'm saying? And it just hit me just now as we talking about it. I was like, yo, those people knew that science, that has probably been passed down from generations.
Like, I know I ain't gonna be able to get into everything, but I'm gonna give enough to them. We'll give you the history.
Hold on, before you do that, first off, salute to Greg Bugs. Salute to you, Greg Bugs. Nah, people, y'all want this to continue? Show your love and respect for the King Dr. Hannibal Bay. Him and his father will be there May 15th in New Jersey. Also, you can get the live. Show some love. Show some love if y'all appreciate the info that you're getting. Don't come on here and think we just gonna go longer and longer and longer. Y'all gonna show this man the respect he deserves. This is one of the legends up here, and y'all don't get to see him often. So y'all really should be glad. So I'm waiting to see before I let you continue any further, because I do not want you to waste your time. All right, Dr. Hannibal Bay. I want to see what these people coming with.
That's
if
right.
They're gonna,
Is it alright if I say one more thing?
No. I'm gonna let you say something else because most likely I'm gonna let you close out. I want to see. It's too much people on. We had over 100 people. Y'all need to hit that like button, and y'all need to show Dr. Hannibal Bay some love. Come on, throw it up in the comment section. Do y'all want him to continue? Yeah, the choice is y'all. Y'all have the option now. Because some of y'all coming on here is just some agents. I already see that. All right? Like he said, what you call them? Agent provocateurs.
Or DMs.
CoinTel, they done turned it up. Yeah, what I wanted to say is when I come to the event, I always give blessings. So I have at least a couple things I'm going to give away. I have, and it'd be just first come, first serve. I always do that because I always give a little piece of something that is positive, that's blessed. Because we're truly in a negative fight out here. Because like I said, I was telling Brother Elijah, Brother Samson, before you called back, I told him, I said, just make sure everything's on tight, man. Because I said, the brother was trying to put me on a live stream, but I said, every time it comes to this and I get interviews, always something technical come up. And I went back to when me and you first met and you had me on your show. I'm thinking it dumped us They dropped us, 2 to 3 times. He said, no, my brother, it was like 7 times. He said, all my time, never had nothing like this happen. So I noticed every time I'm always speaking, there's always something trying to block me from the message that I try to give to people. Because I also, I teach like my father teaches. He said, we try to give you tools. You know what I mean? We give you tools that it can help better your life. We don't go for followers. We teach people to be teachers. And that's the difference. And that's when you really do find that you have good brothers or sisters, whether you call them prophets or prophetess or sages or whatever. When they are there, it's kind of like that old saying, you can feed a man and you fishing and he's hungry and he want to fish. But a wise man will sit up there, go get a stick, go get a string, go get a hook, and show him how to do it, so then he can then fish what? He can then eat from that point on. And that's basically how where we come from. We trying to do it just like Prophet Jawali. We trying to do our best to keep it the spirit the way Jawali did it, trying to free us, because again, we should be at the point of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. And to really call our people out on this, a lot of your setbacks is among your own. Keep having agent provocateurs. Please go on Wikipedia, y'all, and pull up COINTELPRO. So a lot of things we can blame the Europeans for. Matter of fact, they should have dropped that new movie, Black Messiah. So you should really get a goddamn idea of what COINTELPRO is. They show you in that movie. So we gotta realize the only reason why they can get to you is one of your own that's willing to sell out for 30 pieces of silver. But I always say this as a warning to those Judases. Remember now, first off, don't spend your money all in one place. And 2, remember the end of Judas. He was found hanging from a tree with his 30 pieces of silver strewn about on the ground. Or like Professor True Black said, there is no retirement plan when you're a tool of white supremacy. Because remember now, when the Europeans get done using their tools, they break them. That's a fair warning. Like I said, y'all got to get to the point. Weed out these traitors. It's to the point y'all done went back to sleep. Here's my saying. I say that a lot of you Asiatics are supposed to be fighting for the rights or whatever. You're playing chutes and ladders when your enemies are playing chess. And I'm pretty sure somebody's going to be like, well, man, you just got that up your whole thing, playing chess and be playing chess. No, y'all so damn simple right now. You're not even on the same board. You're playing chutes and ladders. You're playing a juvenile game right now. You let somebody among you hit the reset button and you're calling yourself ADOS. Jesse Jackson directed the people the right direction, at least. I think he was trying to clean up his karma 30 years ago, and somebody hit the reset button. So now you're only using a minuscule of your historical event on this entire planet and calling yourself descendants of slaves. You knackers are schizophrenic. Or do I gotta say it like Paul Mooney? Look now. You gotta look at this damn issue. It's nothing but white supremacy behind it. Yes. Just look at it like that. Walk up to your damn historical tree. Shake it, because a nigga will fall out. So I'm trusting y'all to get my damn point. Y'all gotta get these traitors up out of this movement and stop damn giving them a pass. What really hurt me last year was to see our brothers and sisters at the best that they could do with the Asiatic Lives Matter, whether they call themselves black, but the fact that it didn't go nationwide, it went worldwide. And then to turn around and see my own melanated brothers and sisters killing each other in the streets. You know, across the bridge from me in Philly, they reached their damn kill high rate of 500. And they last held that back in 1990. And that's just one city. And we can't say it was no pale skin, Mr. Jaworski. That was our own killing our own. And it hurts to hear that. And what really hurt me, because I do a lot of spiritual work and I pray for those who are sick and need prosperity, whatever. I love the little cherubs, the little children. About 125 of them daggone victims were children. Some of them was in the arms of their parents when they got shot and killed. We got to stop this. We keep giving these damn Europeans passes. Notice, remember when that damn boy that European boy went to that Asiatic church down south some years ago, and they invited him in. He waited to when they asked him to come in the prayer circle. He waited till they closed their eyes. He shot and killed them. And what was the insult? Them damn minion European cops, they took his ass to the fast food restaurant, bought him a burger before they took him in jail. But here's the damn point that I'm pissed. I'm watching my Asiatic brothers and all talking about, we give forgiveness. We forget. All right then. Since you on that damn, what's name? Why can't y'all keep that same energy among your own? How come every time we gotta walk down the damn street, one of y'all beefing with another brother, and you have no problem killing another brother or sister? I know what it is. And this is why Brother Divine asked me, just as well as Sage Joel asked me, to start breaking down, but I know you only wanted to give me enough now of countering this mass maya, this mass hypnosis. They got you programmed to hate anything that's melanated. You're hating yourselves. Yep. It's a term in psychology called disassociation. Personality disassociation. You're not connecting with yourself. But the saddest thing is everybody claims y'all love God. But you know what God look like? You got to look in the mirror.
That's
y'all
right.
Be the children of God, and you kill your own, but you won't go bring that smoke to them daggone pale skin who are your children that you created. That's doing everything to show you that they hate you. Y'all gonna go touch them. Y'all won't give them that smoke. And I know it sounds kind of freaking crunchy because I'm being a priest and I'm saying this, but I'm calling reality because I'm also a PI and a paralegal. But I'm looking at this as like Sister Soldier said over 30 years ago, 2 wrongs don't make it right, but it damn sure makes it easy. Here's the key thing that you Asiatics need to know. How are you going to demand respect from other people when you don't even respect your damn self?
That's facts. That's facts. Real quick, I want to salute to Johnny Boyd and Shiny Silver Bunny. Salute to you for that. Greatly appreciate you. Salute to all the people that showed Dr. Hannibal Bay some love. Real quick, Divine, get him the breakdown. Salute to Aquafit. Salute to Zucchini Bar.
That's
and
right.
Salute to Blueberry Cafe.
Blueberry Cafe. Salute to Shino, who is the creator, the CEO, and all
Definitely
that.
salute to her as well. Definitely big salute to her and all of the people that put it together and worked there. Salute to Brother Divine.
Yes.
Getting it started up and cracking.
Man,
both of y'all. Remember, Joel, when we would talk, I'd always say, yo, and give my brother Fine a present day and give him a hug for him, give him a love. Remember, I used to always tell you that?
Yes, sir.
Brother Fine, we finally connected on the phone. He was like, brother, it's such a kind touch. You know how you all talk all cool and stuff. And I'm like, bro, man, I've been wanting to meet you. I've been telling the brother for a couple of years. I always give you greetings and stuff, man.
Well, it still is an honor, and even that we all on the chat right now, I'm still honored. And it's just so interesting, this whole topic as far as that mass hypnosis, because there is a mass hypnosis going on, and it's producing self-hatred. And something that I want to touch on is that they put it in our face. Before you watch a movie, they let you know in a little box, this movie is gonna fuck your head up. Oh, excuse my friend. This movie is gonna mess your head up. And how it's gonna mess your head up? Because it has suggestive themes. They don't let you know what suggestive themes, but they say, listen, this joint gonna have suggestive themes. It has violence, so automatically that's gonna trigger that violent primal brain. Right after that, they'll let you know this has sexual activity, meaning that it's gonna resonate with your lower frequency, your lower chakras, and things of that nature. They're letting us know what are in these movies, and it's almost like you said, we've been conditioned from birth because they do it in children's cartoons and everything. It says fantasy, violence, and they'll say suggestive themes, and these are in children's cartoons. So they're letting us know, but again, if we're not privy to this type of information, it will go over your head and you will just continue to fall victim.
We broke that down in the sexually transmitted demons series part 1, 2, and 3, and the free one that we put on YouTube, Joel Benjamin 528, right there for y'all. So if y'all ain't catch it, that's on y'all. Now, real quick, Saturday, May 15th, 2021 at 1 p.m. Okay, Brother Divine, you know he's bringing in Hannibal Bay and Taj Tarik Bey. Okay, Grand Sheik Taj Tarik Bey and Dr. Hannibal Bay. Get your live stream. The link is there.
Yes,
The
sir.
moderators is posting it up for you. If y'all need to contact Brother Divine,
My
the
email is
moderators
there
is
too.
posting it up for you. All right, it's right there. I'm gonna leave. Well, I'm gonna let Brother Divine have the last word, and then Brother Divine is gonna let Ty. I was about to say Taj Tarik Bey. No, I was gonna have his son Hannibal Bay get the last word. Go ahead, Brother Divine.
Well, you basically said most of it. The location is 547 Central Avenue.
That will be an Aquafit.
That's Aquafit, the Aquafit shop. If you do plan on coming, like I said, you should email me beforehand because I'm only allowing a certain amount of people. We still dealing with social distancing and all that other good stuff. So make sure you bring your mask
Yo,
and
don't
things of that.
sugarcoat it. Don't
You know,
sugarcoat it. Yo, if y'all ass coming out there, come correct. Don't be on that Johnny come lately bullshit that y'all accustomed to. Your ass won't get in. You'll be standing out there and that's it. Now, if you know you can't commit to that, get the damn live stream. Simple as
very
that.
true.
Go ahead, brother. Go
Yeah,
ahead, brother
simple as
Divine.
that. 547 Central Avenue. My email, smartbrother300 gmail.com, is going to be in below. And at the end of the day, people, the reason why I'm doing these types of events, because this is that time. We are in that age where people are looking for that authentic information because there's a lot of inauthenticity out there. So my goal is to basically have the authentic people, the people who are really bringing this information, who has always brought this information, who has done it genuinely and authentically. All right. So make sure y'all come out, compensate these brothers for coming through and bring that real deal information. Half of that stuff that this brother was just talking on this stream, I'm sure 85% of y'all did not think of in that way. Right? I'm sure a lot of neurons is firing in everybody right now. All right. So definitely, if you need more of that, make sure you come through and you join us. As simple as that. I really don't know what else to say. And Master Hannibal Bay, you could just take it away. Let the people know. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want the people to know.
Yeah. Also, I want to let y'all know. I'm going to go into your basic Lemurian history, talk about you creating your children, and letting you know the message that the Creator had gave you about the thought power, which will tie into Maya. And I will give you the laws on that and what have you, how to counter it. And I will even take time off to the side. I'll probably do a demonstration show of Maya, or what you call hypnosis. And I'll even offer to, help if anybody have any anxiety, have a little quick hypnotic session to help alleviate any sufferings, because you'll find out a lot of your illnesses, the doctors know this, 85% of the illnesses are psychosomatic, meaning it is in the mind, because again, you're being bombarded by so many suggestions, not to mention you're focusing on negative thoughts and those things because you have the peace of God in you, which is your subconscious mind. It manifests up, and if it can't manifest it through events, bringing people to you or making certain things happen, the thoughts turn in on yourself, and then it becomes a disease. But the key thing is that with hypnotherapists, what we do, we remove that anxiety, that fear, and then the body begins to heal. My new mantra saying is, I heal the mind, body, and soul. So I will be offering that again. All that'll be covered under your fee at entry. So again.
Well, hold on, just so the people know. Let's get let me get it clear for them. Contact Brother Divine for the breakout session. So, cause after Dr. Hannibal Bay finished doing his things, now it's only gonna be so much people to get the breakout session with exclusive breakout section with Dr. Hannibal Bay. So for the people that's in person and for the people that's live, you want that breakout session, okay? I advise you to contact Brother Divine. There goes his information right there. Smart Brother 300 at gmail.com. Not brother. That's Divine. He Divine. He cool with it. Smart Brother. All right. Let me.
When I see you, Divine, I'm gonna do my Denzel Washington from Training Day. That's right. I came to see you. Yes, I came to see you.
Listen, I'm ready.
Yeah. And
I'm
Brother
ready.
Joe, you already know. You the man. You gonna make me bust out with the Willie from the movie. Who was that? Yeah, Willie Dynamite. When I love you, my brother. We need to live and come together because the man is coming down on us heavy.
Oh man.
I enjoy myself with all the brothers and sisters. I always love y'all, cherubs. I'm always in prayer. I'm always blessing y'all. Words have power. When y'all hear me call you cherubs, that's me waking up the divine in you. You're the falling angels, or the other word of angels is God. And cherub is just short for cherubim. If y'all familiar with the right-hand path work, you should be familiar with the seraphim and cherubim.
Mm-hmm.
So when I am calling you that, I am waking up that divine in you. And of course, I always say this saying, I've been saying well over 30 years, I feel what I say and I say what I feel. So a lot of people know when I speak is impactful. I'll never forget over 30 years ago when I started lecturing with my dad, and I actually had a sister that was crying while I was speaking. I said, "What's wrong?" She was like, "No, it's just I feel what you're saying, and there's so much truth, and I'm happy." And what I'll be doing again, and I always done this in my lectures, I intently instill and invoke that energy of love. Raleigh gave you your 5 principles: love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Love is also extended to you through laughter. You'll find out a lot of people who are so-called gurus and whatever, they have a jovial personality. They like to make people laugh because that's a piece of giving love, brotherly love or sisterly affection to each other. Because that's the main thing that'll help you start healing. Along with, like I said, I'm going to offer, to the side, and we can fit it in before we leave town or whatever, and those I can't, we'll schedule whatever. But this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to get y'all to heal your minds and hearts. That's what nationalizing is healing yourself. You're healing your debt, your karmic debt, Moors. You paid your debt. You gave up Prophet Jesus to the Romans to do a satanic sacrifice for crucifying him. And your second major karmic debt was you enslaved the Europeans. You paid your debt. Now you must get back on track. Don't tell me you love God and you run around here talking about you're black, negro, and color. You can't love God, because guess what one of the scriptures you are going against? Honoring thy mother and thy father, so that thy days may be long upon the earth land. And the main way you honor your ancestors is to take back and proclaim which was stripped from you, your pedigree. You can't know God if you don't know your lineage, if you're not giving honor to it. This is why your Asians and all them other brothers and nations won't come and aid you. Negroes have no honor. Because when you have a nationality, you have a moral, and then you study morals, it has its cousin, what is called ethics, meaning a sense of right and wrong. Negroes don't have that. You have a borrowed Frankenstein piece of moral structure when you're Negro. But when you have a nationality, every nationality and constitution is all that is based off the religious tone of the people. Our people are spiritually bankrupt. How are you going to find salvation in your slave master's creed? Christianity ain't yours. If it was so holy, then you had the Pope and the archbishops and all of them could have stopped them from raping and pillaging your land. They didn't stop them. So it's nothing holy in it. Get back that creed to that man and take back your creed to your ancestors and recognize your ancestors and work your culture and your creed as Moors. Even some Christians will come forth to you and tell you they know how great you were. And I'm going to tell you something too, Moors. Europeans rather live around a Moor than to live around a nigger. Because they know that you were very clean people, you were very civilized people, and very well-learned people. When they talk about the Renaissance, what the Europeans failed to put in history, they don't tell you 200 to almost 300 years prior, it was actually called the Moorish Renaissance. And any Europeans who were well-dressed and well-learned, their own would say, oh, you was around the Moors. And that meant that person could read, play music, poetry, art, music, all of that. That's how well educated you turned civilizations around, especially when you went into Europe. So, again, I just want to say you would not only get the lecture pieces of me, and we're going to have the Holy Core Beth for you, so you have a piece of the Holy Scriptures that was kept from you, that the Christians burnt as so-called works of the devil. And y'all got to really understand what the Christian crusade was about in their book burnings. They were even burning books on algebra and what have you. Please see the old movie from the 90s on Nostradamus, where they were having book burning, and his wife was about to be killed, but she got sick because she had a book on algebra that was written by the Moors. Remember, they were illiterate. That's the damn mentality of what the Christians were doing. So all we're saying is we're just trying to let you get back to your ancestors. Get your science. Get back in line, because there's a lot of stuff. I'm going to drop stuff on y'all on SCP. Y'all don't even know about that. You got anomalies around here that's running around that is a secret group of the government that's grabbing things.
Hold on. You lighten it up. Up. I'm already being shadow banned as it is.
All right.
You lighten it up. They gonna have to come in and hear that part. You already been shadow banned. Hell, it's a triple shadow ban. Brother Divine, you and I. It's a triple shadow ban going on. You was going a little too deep into the dark zone, Dr. Hannibal Bay. I had to reel you back in.
We already know, because we was trying to make it live stream so we all can see me face to face, and just like the second time, an interview that all of a sudden I get something wrong on my phone, it won't let me go ahead and do the live stream face to face thing. Even though I got the one app on it, it worked when I got it, then when I needed it, it didn't work. But nonetheless, the brother did just what Sage Joel did. We at least did the voice, so y'all can at least get this information. And I've noticed that too. Anytime I speak, there's always some technicality thing coming on, but this is what time it is, like Brother Divine had said, like Sage Joel had said. The left-hand path is doing whatever it can. If it can't stop it, the positive, because it's got to bring Peru back onto this planet. Peru is bound. That's the original name of the six-pointed star. It represents the Peru. It's called the Abha. They don't want the balance to happen. The positive energy is gearing up and is making change. So the left-hand path, which y'all call Satanists, negative people, whatever you want to call it, they're turning the volume up. All my years, because I'm also a disabled vet, Navy vet. I never had any problem with my disability check. All of a sudden, when Trump got in office, all of a sudden I started having my check missing. All of a sudden, I had mail that was being sent back to me that I was trying to mail out when I had students, and they talking about undeliverable, even though we done checked 3 to 4 to 5 times to make sure the address was good. I tried to mail something, and they sent it back. Others tried to send something to me, and they sent it back to them undeliverable. So I'm tell y'all what time it is. That's what Sage is trying to tell y'all. What time it is. That's what Brother Divine is trying to tell you. What time it is. Y'all have to wake up. You are truly the mothers and fathers of civilization. You are actually the sleeping God. They don't want you to wake up, and you're waking up. But the key thing is now we have to, in order for us to get back to where we were, we're going to have to clean house. This is taking the conversation back 360 when I don't have no tolerance for it. We need to weed out your agent provocateurs, your traitors. Y'all fell asleep so bad. Y'all got the homosexuals sitting up there hijacked your civil rights movement. Now they're sitting at the table, and guess what they did? They convoluted your fight now. They're worrying more about their booty rights than their damn racial rights. And I'm not
Dr. Hannibal, you gonna get me shut down. Divine.
Yeah, you see, I'm just listening like this. I just listen like this.
I don't mean to go like that, and I don't want nobody to think I ain't no homophobic thing, but again, some individuals who are being attacked, notice y'all transsexuals, melanated transsexuals, notice your so-called fellow Europeans don't come and fight for you. You're melanated.
Dr. Hannibal, you gonna get me shut down. They already came for me a few times this year already. You gonna get me shut down.
Like I said, I'm the more that tells y'all what you need to hear. And when truth is truth, and I ain't attacking nobody, I call it on all of us. Our own people just well, I call Europeans on their stuff. But I'm saying to my brothers and sisters, whether they live that alternative lifestyle or not, that's a European plant to slow down your procreation in your nation. And again, I judge a man and woman by their heart. I don't judge them by their skin complexion. You understand what I'm saying? So don't even try to do that. Oh, you against the homo? Nope, I don't have no fear with that. I was in the modeling, and I was an OG popper, hip hop dancer. And I had some associates and friends like that. They're good people, but I judge a person by their heart, not because they do, because they live in that type of lifestyle, whatever. But that's one truth that needs to be told. Because it's convoluted and it pushes you further from the table of y'all keep talking about and demanding tangibles. That's the purpose of nationalizing, to proclaim your nationality. You have to do it. The United Nations passed the daggone law in 1979, International Year of the Child. It said every child that's born on this planet must be born with a nationality. You who call yourself Negro, Black, and Colored, descendants of slaves, you're disassociated. You're Negroes. Negro comes from the Negro Javera Arabo, the chimpanzee that you crossbred with the Lemurian DNA and created the children of Israel, which is mainly your Albions who's running around and y'all keep calling them white. Stop calling them white. They're European. You keep blessing them. I'm going to go into the power of words. And every time you call yourself black, they're cursing you. You're Asiatic. And those individuals who are Albion skin, they're European.
All right.
We got to get it right.
Right. All right, check this real quick. Let me clear some stuff up for y'all. This is the event, all right? That's on Eventbrite. It's been posted up in the live stream, and as you can see, it's there in the bottom of the screen. That's the link, but you could just go click it. Click the Eventbrite. That's the Eventbrite. The name of it is called Double Trouble, Grand Sheikh Taj Tarik Bey and Dr. Hannibal Bay. Okay, they will be in the building. Get your live stream. Now, for those that want the breakout session, exclusive breakout session with Dr. Hannibal Bey, you're going to contact Brother Divine at this right here. DIVINECOSMICCOREATIONS 13. That is at Divine Cosmic Creations 13. That's his Instagram.
I was about to say the main thing that they can hit me up on is just the email.
Okay, so give me that email. Put that email in there. Somebody, already got it. Don't worry. So for those who want to hit that, still want to do the old-fashioned way. It's funny how email is now the old-fashioned way. You could hit Brother Divine up at smartbrother300@gmail.com. That's SMARTBROTHA300@gmail.com. You're going to hit Brother Divine up for the exclusive breakout session with Dr. Hannibal Bey. It is extremely limited. Okay, so get it ASAP. Taj Tarik Bey, Hannibal Bey, they are in the building. Okay, the Grand Sheik and the Doctor, the Magi, right. They are in the building. And not only that, they are on your screen live. You want your breakout session? You'll get that too live. Stop playing, people. All right? Yeah. We gave y'all a whole lot. Dr. Hannibal Bey. Y'all show some round of applause. Put the clapping emojis. Put the fire emojis. Do whatever you gotta do to show your appreciation. All right? To one of the head magi's out here that's doing it. Come on now. Let me
that's
see.
Right.
Let me
that's
see
right.
That. Where you at, Divine? You're not there.
Oh. And make sure too, when y'all purchase your tickets, you make sure you email me so I have a list. You know what I'm saying? Basically, I'm making a list of because I'm very, very, very keen on the numbers and how many people we are allowing. So make sure you email me once you get your ticket, just so I get you locked in.
And not only that, just so y'all know, Brother Divine have this special how you say mind control blocker pendants. Contact him. He'll break that down for you. All right. Dr. Hannibal Bey will be getting into all that. Look at all these flames. Oh my gosh, that's what I'm talking about. Pure fire. How we say in the West Indies? Fire burn them mother. Y'all know the rest.
Yep.
Look at that. All right. And more is coming. Thank you, Doc. Oh, for the people who ask about Dr. Hannibal Bey's live, who asked for his, not live, his social media. Dr. Hannibal Bey will be having a Instagram. He will be having an Instagram, and his Instagram will be set up before the event actually come into play. Dr. Hannibal Bey is going to have his official Instagram. All you fake asses that's posting up pretending like you, Dr. See Divine laughing. I ain't gonna go too far with it, Divine. I'm gonna be nice, but I'm just saying, all y'all fake asses pretending to be him and pretending to be his daddy, y'all got to get out of here. Y'all ain't no Taj Tarik Bey. Taj Tarik Bey is coming with an official Instagram page too. All y'all gonna have to fall back, take off your shoes, and kick rocks barefooted. Real talk. It's coming to that. All y'all out there that's act like you teaching the knives. The man just broke down on this live stream how you could do your whole status, and he told you the part where who you gotta do is pay $2 $2,
Yeah.
and these people got you paying $2,000 to $3,000, some 15,000. Get the hell out of here. Y'all whack. Y'all corny. Gang, gang, gang. And if y'all don't like it, too bad. I know what some of y'all already gonna say. Ooh, he a wife beater. He this and I'm dead. Y'all know what y'all could do. If your mama is already in the grave, dig up and you know what kind of acts you could perform on her. We ain't playing with y'all. We are not playing. All y'all that thought it was sweet. Listen. I got, not only that, I got Brother Divine on my
All
side.
day. All day, every day.
I got two of the most deadliest force out here. Dr. Hannibal Bey and Taj Tarik Bey. Man, y'all ain't telling me nothing. Come on, man. I'm a freed more. I'm a free, not a free man, Divine. I'm a free more. Y'all ain't ready for this. This is double trouble. It's a reason why it's called double trouble. And it ain't because of me and Brother Divine. It's because of Taj Tarik Bey and Hannibal Bay. Throw some respect on their names, damn it. The Grand Sheik and the Doctor. Yo, Divine, your stuff.
Oh,
You're effing up, Divine. Gosh damn, Divine. I'm
tried to-
hyping it all up. You're effing up. You got the camera all over the place.
Hey, brother, you reminded me, and I've asked some of my students, because I got students all around the nation. I tell them, go way back. I said, there's a video of me and Daddy did back in '95 at Dr. Valentine L's spot in '95. He videotaped that, and I still haven't seen that to this day. And I'm surprised I haven't heard. I don't know if it's up there. I ain't put it up on YouTube. It should be plenty of videos of us from mid '90s, late '90s, because a lot of people used to come down to Camden, New Jersey, down to the Moshwater Roundtable to see us. And since they were traveling distances, a lot of people they asked, could we record? And it's like, yeah, sure. We wanted to get this knowledge out to the people. This is way before the internet, so I'm surprised I haven't heard or at least seen. I don't go looking for them anyway. I even tell my students, don't send me no more videos and stuff. I don't even watch no people's stuff. But there should be old videos of us when they was coming down here, because there's plenty of people that videotaped our classes and taped us giving lessons and what have you. But yeah, that one video, I was reminding that back in '99 or 2000 by another fellow brother, Morse brother, and a Masonic. He's also a Masonic brother. We were up there in New York, and he actually said, "Yeah, that's right, brother. It was you and your father. I seen y'all lecture from '95 at Valentine's spot." He said, "That's what made me get nationalized." So I just wanted to say that to y'all. A lot of y'all tripping like, yeah, because Taj, all these videos, they're nothing but 2005 on. But there's a lot of other stuff with us. I'm surprised it's not on YouTube or whatever.
So
I'm
basically,
all out there, and I'm not, for me, I'm saying for others that really want to get backstory, really want to get, the source of a lot of information, other stuff you may not have heard, and a lot of these other individuals that y'all see, and this is why I go in. The reason why they all claiming to be names, they behind the podium. Y'all don't know, back in the '90s, so they were on the other side of the podium. They was watching us. They were learning from us.
well, we're going to sum it up like this. All y'all that's out there, y'all throwing up all that old shit, delete all that shit. Delete all that shit. We coming with the new era stuff. We giving you the real deal. Stop peddling this old information. You're getting it straight from the horse's mouth, as they say, or the Moor's mouth. All right? Taj Tarik Bey, Hannibal Bay. Y'all know how to contact. Y'all know what it do. Be there or be square.
Simple as that. Simple as that.
All right. You want to end it out, Dr. Hannibal Bay? Tell the people about
We done did like 5 endings.
All right, yeah.
No, the people want it. The people want it. See, once the people throwing up in the comments and they like, nah, let's keep going or whatnot. And Dr. Hannibal Bay He want to bless the people with the knowledge. I ain't gonna cut off the elder. You know, if he say keep it going, keep it going.
Hey, cool. Yeah, it's cool. Like I said, you know, me and you, we used to be on the phone for a while. I know Divine is busy, but him and I was on the phone a couple times because my phone cut off and stuff. But we was on, I think, almost like a sunrise, sunset type of thing. You know, but hey, like I said, I'm gonna bring it. A lot of things that, you know, when you have a structured time, you can only cover. But that's why I just also let y'all know, you know, obviously if my father's speaking, we'll go off somewhere else. And I'll go ahead and some people want a session, you know, help them with anxiety. A lot of your ailments are based in anxiety. And anxiety is just nothing but a highfalutin word of fear. All right? Like one of my patients, I'm not going to mention her name because she could be listening too. I'm helping her with her skin issue, and she had a traumatic thing. But y'all got to realize, again, when I say psychosomatic, try to look some of these words up. We empower you, and again, you know, a person that is aware of his or her words is a person that can be well qualified as, you might say, a hypnotist. But you all are affected by any and everything people say. But the key thing is that I want to say is this, that I'm going to definitely offer to help you relieve those fears or doubts or guilt. These are the source cores of your ailment. There was a guy named Professor E. de Pisa. He passed 20 years ago. This guy was such a great hypnotist. He hypnotized you with his gaze. He ain't barely got to say anything to you. They said he was so good at healing people. You gave him a straight 24 hours, he could heal up to 300 people. But your key thing is, again, that I'm trying to tell you that doctors know this. 85% of the diseases that we're dealing with, the ailments, the sicknesses that people are dealing with, is psychosomatic, meaning your reality is determined by your focus, meaning whatever you constantly think of, whether you're conscious of it or not, it manifests. All right? So the key thing that a hypnotist does is we target that anxiety, swap it out, and place it in a positive. Just know that you are what you believe. And know that there's a saying among the magi, among the magicians, among the psychologists, reality is plastic, is the saying. It's a great hypnotist over the pond that uses that. Matter of fact, he wrote a book called Reality is Plastic. All you are caught up in is your own belief. The key thing is what I would do, or any other hypnotist or what have you, all they're doing is changing your belief. Again, your focus determines your reality. What you believe in causes woe or prosperity in your life. The key thing is now to get the tools, and this is what my father and I do. We give y'all tools to help you change your life. Of course, we're going to have obstacles and what have you, but the key thing is to change it, and that's my point of my segment that I'm going to go into. This is why Joel and Sage Joel and Brother Divine, Brother Cherub Divine, you know, mentioned, you know, the hypnotic laws, you know, because they're well aware of some of the things I'm giving them behind the scenes also, that the masses should be aware of, because those who rule are using these sciences. This is why you have all kind of strife and struggle and protests and what have you, and because it's individuals that are on the dark side using these laws against you, causing you to always be in fear. You know what the chemical imbalance that happens in the body when you're in fear state is? It releases cortisol. See, when you put a person in fear, you cause the body to be in the fight or flight state mode, and this is what it does. It makes you highly suggestible. And when your body keeps producing that cortisol, what it also does is leave you open to outside influences, which also can affect the body. When you affect the mind, this is why I mentioned the Matrix. When Morpheus said to Neo, and they just came out of the construct, and dude digging in his mouth talking about, You mean this is real? He said, the mind can't live without the body. Your mind makes it real. The key thing is now you have to get control of your mind. Be mindful of your thoughts more. Raleigh taught this. Even Zarathustra, who was a Hittian, he was just 2 ranks below me. He was a grand priest also, but he was the first rank. He was a mystic. That was the title he holds. I hold the title patriarch. And he used to be a keeper of one of the sacred objects in our faith. So once he realized the glory of his knowledge, he wanted to go back home to his people and bring the glory. So then he found somebody that was worthy to take over the office of holding our most sacred object of our Magi faith. And then the rest is history. Once he found somebody, he went back home, and then they made the faith called Zarathustra and made it after him. And the key things that they teach you is always have good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. And you'll find out that is the core lessons in the Magian faith, or like I said, the real name of our faith is the Holy Orthodox Indian faith. And it's the 6-pointed star that is the main universal symbol that represented us. The other secondary symbols was the winged scarab or the ankh. So we went all around the world dropping this knowledge. We had expertise in different fields that made up our faith. We had some that could read the cards you call the tarot cards. We had some that specialized in herbs. These are some of the things that I got from my priesthood, but just that I didn't specialize in that. We had some that actually, what you call the psychic. That's another thing you're going to see me do. Some may call it Reiki. Some may call it psychic healing. You'll see me using with the magnetic hand. Matter of fact, I'm going to give y'all a charge right now. Go out when y'all can and go purchase yourself a lodestone. The lodestone is magnetic. Every day you want to rub it in your hands. Rub it for about a minute or 2. And when you do that, then rub your whole body. Make that your routine every day. What that does is that builds your aura. It polishes your charisma. And it helps you radiate a calming, serene aura. A lot of individuals.
That's a pure fact. It also, real quick, it also helps with generating money. Me and Brother Divine broke that down. Yeah. So if y'all want to get that lodestone, contact Brother Divine ASAP. It's the next name for it. You might try to surf it, ain't gonna get it right. It's also called magnetite. So contact Brother Divine. Am I correct, Brother Divine? You there? Brother Divine, where you at?
It's only 2 of the main magnetic stones you have, hematite and magnetite.
There you go. So yeah, I want to get the magnetite. So contact Brother Divine for the magnetite, people. Contact Brother Divine for the magnetite. Go ahead, Doctor.
I'm only doing bracelets in that though. I'm not doing just the stones.
Yes. Wait, I'm sorry. As Divine said, only bracelets you're getting done in the magnetite, because you know, Brother Divine know how to bless and activate it. Yada yada yada. Y'all know all that stuff. Y'all seen the live stream with that already. So contact Brother Divine and get that. He's gonna make you a good one, boost it up, all that. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, so make that y'all routine. This is what I do every morning. You know how when you get dressed, before you put your clothes on, use the lodestone on the magnetite and rub it in your hands. And even if you don't have it, just do that every day, and you'll see the difference. And I would do it just before I put my lotion on. So you already know you usually put your lotion on your body, you know, from head to toe. So that make sure you rubbing your body from head to toe. And again, within a short time, you will see the difference. And then when I give the secret of the hypnotic gaze, I'm going to give you all the training on that and what to do. And I only had one student that actually went 2 weeks in, but he told me how he utilized it when he had a traffic stop, and he was able to influence the officer. He was able to ride away without a citation. So, like I said, this is a lot of things I'm going to drop on you to help just add, because another thing I already know, a lot of you come from a different schools of thoughts, and a lot of these schools of thoughts, a lot of pieces they got from us once us Hittians fell, we had to go underground. and the core of their sacred knowledge or mystic knowledge comes from our teachings. Because Brother Joel just said the key thing when Sage Joel said, yeah, the other thing that is taught in our literature is not only utilize the lodestone to rub in your hands, for your aura all over, but yeah, it also is the magnetizing to bring money to you. So, but like I said, I'm going to just drop all the tools that you need, and just trusting. Again, it's no different than if you was a person that's about $175 and you say, yo, I'm gonna perform and be a weightlifter, and I want to perform in what they call it, the Mr. World Universe competition. But then anybody to see you, like, yo, he ain't even got the muscles for it. So, but if that person is truly determined, guess what he or she do? They start getting in that gym, and they know they have to put the time in, and they probably have to do a good 4 or 5 years, whatever, but then they'll be ready. But the point I'm saying is, anything and all things that you have to do, you have to put time in. You have to build yourself. I'm going to give you the Magi Power Chance that expands your aura, that also helps negate the energies that you deal with when you're out here. Just trust you're truly being bombarded with suggestions, even with sounds and things like that. You know what I mean? But you'll be able to read people better. I'm going to tell y'all what to do on that, so you can develop and polish your third eye more. Because a lot of these signs and stuff can really help you. Like, for instance, I don't talk much about it, but my cousin, I love him dearly, my cousin Hannibal Bay, I'll never forget, back in 08, he was dealing with the house, and he had to go to court. And he was just going to go by himself. When I found it, I was like, yo, man, you want me to go with you? He was like, yeah, I'll support. I have no problem. Of course, he went in, and with his fez, of course, me, my turban. And we had a female magistrate. And, of course, the room was empty. So, but I just didn't sit in the audience just to sit there. I utilized my science of Maya, and I influenced, for one, the lawyer on the other side, and influenced the magistrate. Well, before you know it, me and the magistrate, we kiki and everything. She happened to see me do a certain hand gesture. I was trying to be incognito in it. And she said, you praying for me? I said, oh, yes. And the prayer, she said, thank you. I'm going to go on vacation. I need all the prayers. We sitting up there, kiki. So the main thing was, the other lawyer, he couldn't hardly talk. My key thing is I was sending energy for him to be tied up, and he couldn't hardly speak. So what it boiled down to, she found out, the mortgage company didn't want to take, he was just $100 short, and they ain't want to negotiate with him. She said, you mean to tell me Brother Bay was only $100? You get with Brother Bay, and you make an arrangement and what have you. And then she said, and thank you so much for the prayer. And I said, madam, you have a blessed one. We were out. I ain't gonna talk about the time, and my dad bore witness to this. And this was back in 2019. We were coming up from D.C. Another sister, another brother that actually teaches down in Delaware, and Brother Sampson, he's gonna be up there. You're gonna see he was a driver. We got pulled over. I did the talking. I was shotgun. I don't talk much about it. I was shotgun. Shoot. We pulled out. And I hate to say this, but my man was riding dirty. I didn't know he was riding dirty. There's more detail I can tell you, but put it like this. Normally, nobody would supposed to drive off. And matter of fact, me and the cop, he gave me a fist bump. And he ended by saying, I ain't see you, you ain't see me. I said, thank you, Sheriff. Gave fist bump, we were out.
Now, y'all see? Y'all hear that for yourself. So y'all will learn the techniques. Brother Divine, are you there? I know he had to step away. He said he'll be right back. But definitely when y'all want that lodestone, y'all want the lodestone, it should have, oh no, I just spoke with him. He have the regular pieces too, so you'll get the lodestone. But definitely mainly the bracelets. Get the shield to protect against all that. Contact them for the breakout session, and y'all definitely got the live stream.
All right, I'm back, bro. Sorry about that.
Show your face, show your face, show your face. We gave y'all well over 2 hours, long overdue. Dr. Hannibal Bay, Dr. Hannibal Bay, broke it down for you. Y'all ain't getting this raw, direct, nowhere else. Get that live stream, get the breakout session, get the lodestones, get the lodestone bracelet, and of course,
and don't forget, I'm giving two. It's a limited, so I only get them. I always give them out as blessings.
We got that. We got all that under control. They know to come. We got that. We got that, Elder. We got that. They need to come in, be there, be square, get the live stream, get your breakout session, get the pendant, get your bracelet, lodestone, all that. Hannibal Bay, Instagram is gonna be up soon. Taj Tarik Bey Instagram gonna be up soon. So all the imitators, y'all gotta watch out.
Listen,
Go ahead,
Joe,
brother
I
Devon,
don't
you got
know
something to
if
say?
how big that they understand this is.
Oh, Hannibal Bay don't just do
Hannibal
this at all.
Bay
Yeah.
is about to have an IG. Taj Tarik Bey is about to have an IG. Come on, people. It's about to get lit. It's about to get lit. And I'm so honored, like I said, again, to be ushering these brothers back in to y'all, the right way.
That's right.
So, listen, do what you got to do, people. Treat yourself, don't cheat yourself. That's it. Let's do it.
All right, people. We want to thank the elder, the great magi himself, Dr. Hannibal Bay. We will be having a treat for y'all soon. Might give y'all a next one like this. I don't know. It depends on if I choose like on hating on Brother Divine or not to give him the next one. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I might just up the ante and start hating on Dr. Hannibal Bay too. Why not? Just throw it all in there.
You know what? Joey, they calling you the hater of the year, boy.
Man, they need to give me that award ASAP so I could put it into the
Like in the
case.
Chappelle, like in the Chappelle show, right? We got the hater of the awards, hater of the year awards.
I will win that award hands down. Dr. Hannibal Bay, thank you once again. We greatly appreciate you. We love you and thank you.
Facts.
Yes, definitely. I thank y'all again, and I can't wait to see all y'all cherubs. And I know y'all going to keep us busy, and we're going to try to answer a lot of questions. Like I said, give instructions. We just, and like I said, I'll take time. I won't utilize my time when I'm on the floor, but I'll give the side piece, finish the history and stuff, so y'all can understand what went down, so y'all can know, and you can start fending off these fleas and these ticks, these leeches, and try to purify this. Because again, if we truly want to be free, we got to stop playing shoots and ladders when your enemy is playing chess. And that's where our people are at right now. You know what I mean? And I'm like, if you for real, clean. We got to clean house.
That's right.
Clean house. Look up COINTELPRO on Wikipedia so y'all can get to understand that, and always be vigilant. They showed you in the movie Belt, DMX's character. That's how they get him. That's the other thing that gets me. How you always keep getting these goddamn leaders, and they got a savory background. They got out of jail and stuff like that. And what have you. Not saying anybody can't change, but look at Belly and you'll understand what I'm saying. A lot of times you'll find out some of the movies may be fictional, but they're based in reality.
You speaking pure facts. You speaking pure facts. You ain't ever lie. And that's why y'all need to get this live stream. For the ones that need to get the breakout sessions, for the ones who gonna be in person, y'all better ante up as soon as you can. Stop playing games. Taj Tarik Bey, Dr. Hannibal Bay, you got the Grand Sheik and the Doctor, the Magi himself. All right, that's double trouble. Salute to the international audience. Salute to the domestic audience. Peace.
That's right.
Peace.
Yes, sir.